Good everyone, welcome to this video. Today we have a combo request by Tanker4U1234 and it's for the Wirraway and the A13 Mark II. Now unfortunately it's the second time I've had to record this because I had a slight sound issue, which I worked it out. I don't know what it really caused it, but it was just how it was. I don't mind. I mean, I could have probably just edited in the sound, but to be honest, I didn't have much time in the plane anyway, so I thought if I just do it again, I can at least get some better footage in the plane, because, well, whole point of a combo episode is that we take out the tank and take out the plane, as you all know. So the Wirraway is a relatively fun premium, although it does have its faults, and I said in its review, it's a bloody good aircraft, but at the same time, you're better off just getting the Havoc, because the Havoc does the job better. Now, that's nothing to say that the Wirraway is a bad aircraft. Hell no, it's actually rather fun. However, you just got to watch your airspeed, and you also have to watch the fact that you get an attacker spawn, not a bomber spawn. So, it's a bit harder to play than the Havoc, and that's why I think the Havoc is more of a forgiving aircraft. Same with the Hudson. The Hudson's a very forgiving aircraft for new players. And if you're going to buy a premium, I strongly suggest the Hudson or the Havoc. Or even Britzair, although Britzair does require a bit of pilot knowledge. So obviously it's not just all about the Wirraway today. Obviously we're taking two 500-pounders and two 250-pounders. We're going to be taking out the A13 Mark II as requested by him. And this isn't actually that bad of a tank. I mean, it's an upgraded Mark I. All it is a slightly improved bit of armor. The frontal armor is increased to 30mm on the upper glacis part and the lower glacis, and then we have 14mm of extra steel plonked around the turret, which isn't really going to make a huge amount of difference, but against Russian 50 cals and, well, because obviously we might fight the Russians, and some slightly lower caliber HE rounds and stuff like that, we're going to be okay from them, but otherwise our armor's still crap, so we're not going to be really bouncing anything. Now there is additional driver's view ports and tow hooks that might take up a shelf for all we know, but this isn't to be guaranteed, so we're not exactly going to be relying on our armor. We're going to be using our mobility, 340 horsepower at 14.5 tons. It's got an impressive amount of horsepower, so we're going to be using that to get into a good position, and then use that 2-pounder gun to basically take out anything we can. Then obviously the Wirraway, two Vickers Z machine guns in the front, a Vickers K in the back, and a pair of 500-pounders and a pair of 250-pounders. We're also pretty maneuverable, but we will not be beaten biplanes, so we've got to be careful of that. But like I said, we've got a good combo here. I mean, the tank's good and the plane's good, so we'll just have to see how we do. So let's jump in. Now, I do have another request to do, which is Aquino RS, I think it is. He requested the Walker Bulldog and the Bearcat. That'll be coming soon. Because obviously, as I've come back, people are starting to request vehicles, so I've got to start knuckling down on those. But I don't mind. I mean, I love me a combo request, so that's all that matters. But hey ho. Anyway, since it's probably going to take a while, because, well, 9 people waiting for battle, I'll see you all in the first game. And in typical fashion, 10 seconds after I say it, we're in a battle. I really need to stop saying it. Like, honestly, it's like it's kind of like, whenever I say something, like, oh, I bet he's going to pen me, or I bet he's going to pull vertical and one-tap me, it normally happens, so I just need to learn to shut my mouth, clearly. So, that's just the way it is, unfortunately. Just need to turn down the sound a bit, because I was playing my XP50 earlier for my dailies, and, well, XP50 was stomping, as per usual. Honestly though, if you guys don't have an XP50, you need one. It is just so fun. Okay, who are we fighting? Germans, Japanese, and the Italians. Okay, that's not bad. Looks like we've got a decent bit of matchmaker too. God, my Nana drives better. She's nearly 70. Like, Jesus. Ugh. Like, seriously, some people cannot drive. Like, all you have to do is press the W key, the S or the D or the A key, and then the S to go in reverse. It's honestly not that hard. mean, maybe he's new and he's trying to learn the tank, but come on. Everyone knows you don't just drive in front of people. It's not exactly courteous. I mean, maybe if you're a BMW driver, then I'd understand that, but you get my point. Now, they have nerfed one of my spots. There used to be like a... just there. There used to be like a area where you could park the tank and use the gun depression of a tank. Unfortunately, guys should have removed that spot, so... sadly, we're not going to be using that spot, which is a bit of a shame, but... oh, hang on, Panzer II. Now, Panzer IIs are very important. They're very good tanks. And that was a very good shot. I've got a bit of APHE, so I'm going to load that so we can shrapnel inside. And back to AP. He did get a hit on us, but it didn't really do much damage. Where's the teammate gone down there? Looks rather quiet up here, which I don't like. Oh, I'm gonna wait for the IKB to push up. I know he's got less armor than me, but... I'd rather him take the shots. I can't really see that guy too well, so I'm going to move forward and use the cover of the rocks. I'll use the cover of the rocks and see if I can at least get in there and give him some damage. A squeezy boy. Okay. Come on, stop that. Ah, my freaking gun. That's the problem with the British tanks. Like, they really don't have... like, because the problem is, whenever you turn in a British tank, well, in these early British tanks, they turn more than they need to, if that makes sense. Right, well, I'm going to come back in an A13 just to clean up around C, and then we'll jump in the plane. That's one thing that I don't like about the A13s, is that they have their fault, and that fault shouldn't happen. As far as I know, the A13 never drove like that, so... there's him. Let's deal with him. I tried to get with a coax, but unfortunately, I couldn't. There we go, that's him dealt with. Okay, let's move up. Like I say, I want to clear around C first, and then I'll go back into the... well, I'll go into the Wirraway. Because we've already got the SP required. It's just this tank's a cheap spawn, and I have backups for it, so it's not a huge deal. It's just annoying, because I haven't really played the A13s all that much, and I've got to get back into the swing of things with them. Because the fact that they still do what they've done for multiple years is rather disappointing. Because from what I've been able to find, the A13 was a nice tank to drive. I mean, look, it's just done it there. I had to steer again just to avoid hitting that rock. It can be frustrating, and that's what really throws me off the A13s. And unfortunately, this isn't the first time you're going to see an A13. You're going to see one in the Premium Series, and you're also going to see one... in fact, you're going to see two in the Premium Series. And you're also going to see this one again in the Talisman Series. There goes him. So let's move up a little further and let's see what we can find. That's friendly, okay. Something behind that rock. I'll wait for him to come out. Okay. Not often you get an ammo rack, but I'll take it. Alright. Who's on the C point? Hang on. I see it, Chihakai. Got it, that's him. Right, we'll deal with that Panzer or whatever it is over here, and then we'll jump into Wirraway. That was horrible. Fucking trees in my way. And now I ain't got gun elevation. There we go. Right, let's rush this guy and see if we can get in. What's my right? We should be clear. I'm going to dump smoke anyway, just to make sure. Okay. Dropping smoke. One right up his arse. And then one in the side like so. Nice and easy. Okay, enemy team's looking okay, so we're gonna wait a little bit longer because we're on 9 kills already. Because well, this 2-pounder really does kick some ass. Oh, there's one. Perfect. You can be my 10th and final victim. Albeit 10th and final victim after dying because of Gaijin not fixing the driving of the A13 tank. Jesus Christ, a shot divergence. There we go, that's better. And drive off the ridge just to add a bit of coolness. And go up in style. Obviously no one gets to kill that time because obviously we was not hit. Thankfully. Because, well, we'd have to deal with another plane probably if that turned out to be the case. But that's fine, the Wirraway is more than maneuverable enough, it's just against biplanes it struggles against. Okay, let's roll. Yeah, the temperature's starting to increase here in the UK, so it's, at the moment, my computer's getting a little hot, which I need to figure out a way of cooling it down. I know Harry told me a cooler that I need to get, and I need to go back in the PMs and see if I can find it, but still. At least we've got the JNAs on our side this time. Just lost a iCobies to a Tarsay. Now if you notice already, look on the top left, you saw my airspeed reaching red then. That's one thing about the Wirraway that annoys me. The Wirraway's low rip speed is very annoying. And that's why the what's the face? That's why the Havoc is just so much better, because it's just more forgiving. So where's that Tarsay? I think the Tarsay is down there in the A point. Yeah, looks like he is. Poor bomb drop, but I think it should get him. Critical. I'll take that. Take that. We have got an enemy aircraft coming in, but we'll worry about that shortly. I think the recoilless rifle tank should be able to handle that, so I'm going to save my 250s. Right, we've got a flak panzer there, so I'll come back around for him shortly. We've got a biplane to deal with. Which, judging by that roll rate, that's got to be a Falco. It's probably going to be a Falco. It was a H-51, never mind. Well, let's swing it back round. I'll have a look. Yeah, there's the flak panzer. But as you can tell, the low climbing speed of the Wirraway is rather disappointing. I mean, hell, that 20mm almost hit us because of how slow this thing is on a climb. What's on the C point? I'm just going to watch him though, because he's probably going to be a thorn in my arse. Right. Bang on target. Target destroyed. Okay, now where's that flak panzer? There, I think he's just behind that rock. That's the Czech 38, that's not him. So where is he gone? Flak Panzer 1s don't just disappear like that. I see it. Swinging it back round. And there he is, just there. Target destroyed. And now I've got to help my ally in... Well, what's he in? I think that's a Stuka. Nope, that's a Key 32. Now that thing's also quite maneuverable, and its back gunner can be quite brutal. So we've got to be very careful. Okay, well, we don't have to worry about the gunner now, because he just took a bullet to the face, so... Nope, looks like I'm being revenge killed. Now he is maneuverable, but we will outturn the Key 32, so it's fine. And there goes the pilot. Yep, I appear to have pissed someone off. I think at this point, though, this team is dead, because we're really struggling to maintain speed right now. And not only that, there's a sheer amount of flak coming up right now, which I don't appreciate. Well, there's an enemy aircraft coming in. I mean, the wing is damaged, but we can still fight to some extent. So I'm going to swing the plane back round, and we'll make our way towards that plane. It's just hard, like, it is hard to get around when there's flak panzers and panzer IIs are playing as AA. It's very hard. But we should be okay. See, look, they're trying to play as AA. But as you can tell, the maneuverability is very, very good. A YouTuber I used to play with before he gave up his channel, he used to call this thing Kylie Minogue. Don't ask me why, he just called it that. What's that? That is a Nate. That is a problem. That's a Nate, and I don't want to deal with a Nate. Okay, well, our best hope right now is the tail gunner, and the tail gunner probably ain't going to do squat. I stand corrected. The tail gunner did do squat. I just blew off his elevators. But he did some pretty severe damage to us, so I'm just going to have to cut the engine here, just to cool it down a minute. And restart the engine. I mean, this team's dead anyway, so we're not really going to make it back to base, so we might as well go until we are shot down, because, well, this team is gone. Now, there's a Type 94 truck somewhere, and I want to deal with that truck. Preferably. I think I see the truck. Yep, I think I see the truck. Is that the truck, or is that something else? No, that's a Panzer II, I think? Oh, Jesus, where'd that come from? I don't know what just took a pot shot at us, but... this thing is starting to boil, which, if it boiled like this in real life, it'd be kind of screwed in Australia, wouldn't it? So now, where's that truck? Oh, Jesus, everyone's trying to play as an AA today. There's the truck. We're just going to take the risk and just try and go for the gunner. Nah, he got us. We didn't even kill a crew member. Well, that's going to have to do it there. That team was garbage. They didn't really do a lot, but oh well. 14 kills. Took a couple of spawns to do it, but that's actually pretty generous for that tier. So like I say, good combo. I just think the tank could... well, the tank really needs its driving fixed, because I'm sorry, but that cost us a tank there, and that is very frustrating to some people. But I guess I'm just gonna have to get back into the swing of things with an A13, so that probably will help the situation, and there's the defeat. But it's still something to consider anyway. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys off. I hope you enjoyed today's battle. Thanks to Tank4U1234 for sending in a request for the Wirraway and the A13 Mk II. And I will catch you all on the next one.